Much, Brittany. You know, normally we're talking about matters of the heart regarding couples with licensed therapist, Dr. Misty Smith. But this morning we're talking about making solid friendships and keeping them, especially if you're new to an area or you're a busy professional. Dr. Misty Smith, great to have you.
Thank you.
Friendships are important. They've always been important, I know, in my life. And so you can tell when someone says, I don't really know anybody, they do feel a little differently, don't they?
Yes, they do. I have a lot of people who come into my office, and that's a primary concern of theirs, is that they're new to the area, they don't have a lot of friends, they, creates loneliness.
Right, right.
So how do they, start that process? Because they are busy, so they don't have a lot of time, or maybe they work at a place, they don't have compatible coworkers, so to speak. So how do they go about starting that process?
Okay, so I think when you are going about finding friends, a good thing to do is evaluate yourself, look at your hobbies. What do you like to do? If you're living in an area where there are a lot of moms and you're not a mom or your children are grown, look at other things. Look at small groups at churches if you're interested in that.
Churches are great places.
They are, and a lot of churches now have a lot of different small groups surrounded around Zumba and reading groups. So do you like to read? Do you have pets? Take your pets to the park, and then make sure that you're looking at other people. Be observant. If they're in Alabama, if they're wearing a football shirt, it's easy to go, hey, so you like football? It's, look at what they're doing, or meet people at your kids' dance classes or soccer classes, and make friends that way. It's really easy, but be friendly and be approachable, because, if you put off that vibe of, I'm not interested or I'm scared, and you're not open, people don't tend to be as receptive to you.
All right, so men and women are different when it comes to friendships?
Yes,
Is that
they
true?
are.
How different?
Well, women look for people who they're going to spend a lot of time with. Men tend to do this more random get-together, have a drink, have some wings,
Play some golf.
Play some golf.
Watch some football.
Exactly. So there are a lot of differences. Women tend to be a lot more competitive when it comes to friendships and relationships.
Well, talk about that, though, because that's a problem. I don't say it's a problem in guys. I just noticed it among women. Women are very competitive. So how do you, guard against that, but still maintain, solid
Competitive
friendships?
in what way? What do you mean?
Competitive in a lot of ways. I mean, competitive with what you do in life, whether it's career, whether it's parenting, whether it's, wifely duties, whatever. You've got stay-at-home moms, you've got working moms.
Right.
So there are a lot of different ways in which they're competitive.
A lot of categories for women.
A lot. And so, be aware of your own self-worth. Right. If you are comfortable with yourself, you're happy with where you are in life, and then you tend not to be so competitive. Look for friends who are kind of interested in the same things as you, and on the same level as you, because there are a lot of different, we want to be friends with this group of people, but maybe we don't quite fit with that group.
And kind of the vein that I was talking about, the most popular television shows right now are these housewives of New York, and they're competitive, and and they gossip behind each other's backs.
That might be a little extreme, I hope.
I know it's extreme. I know it's extreme, but you see friendships ruined because of some petty stuff. You know what I mean? And so that's the kind of thing you have to watch out for, right? And how do you guard against it?
Well, first of all, how important are things to you? If having the nicest car and having the biggest ring is the most important thing to you, then I think maybe you need to do some work on yourself.
Because we put that pressure on ourselves, really.
We do, because I don't know that I really pay attention to what my friends drive or what they wear.
Yeah, you can say, gosh, that's fantastic.
Exactly, but I'm looking at what they offer to me and what I can offer to them as a friend. Make sure that you are, one of the biggest things is that don't use a friend for everything they can do for you and everything they can be to you, but you need to be something to them too. So take initiative, make the phone calls, make the dates, plan the events.
Because people misunderstand, because I know with my girlfriends, we cannot talk for a while, and one will say, hey, I sent you a text, but you didn't call me back. Did I do something? And I'm like, no, I've just been busy. And you do misinterpret things like that.
It's very easy to misinterpret things. And you know that I look at my life, and my very best friends are those people who I don't talk to for 2 or 3 months.
And you pick right back up, don't you?
Pick right back up, and they don't question, are you mad at me? It's just a, hey, I've been busy, I'm so happy to talk to you. So those are the kind of friends I think we need to look for.
Now you talked about kind of looking at yourself in the mirror. So if you've had problems maintaining solid friendships, you know, maybe if you're abrasive in some ways, or and you just say, well, that's just the way I am, maybe that's not the right approach you need to take, you know what I mean? Or for, you know, you're condescending in some way. Those are the things that will, you know, ward people off, right?
Exactly.
So you do need to take a deep look at yourself, don't you?
Yes, because personality quirks can drive people away. Now, there are people who are completely accepting to your personality, and you're going to find those people. However, you know, if you keep having friends go away, then you might need to, you know, see a counselor, address your own needs.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
No, there's not. And because there is usually a reason for that. And
yeah, a lot of people, I know you guys would talk about, you know, look at yourself and what's the common denominator. If there are a lot of these problems, oftentimes it can end up being you.
Exactly. And the only way that I know for you to do that, if you're driving all of your friends away, is to find an unbiased party who can help you evaluate those things.
All right, Dr. Misty Smith, thank you so much. Good advice.
Thank you.
All right, JJ's